What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If this is your first time on the channel, what we do every single day is we talk about the best baseball news from the day before, and that's exactly what we're going to do today because Albert Pujols made history yesterday. Two different teams scored 15 runs, and then Zach Plesac of the Indians, he did something pretty special as well, but we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump into the action. The White Sox were facing the Reds yesterday. You guys can see I am rocking my Trevor Bauer shirt. The Reds, they need as many wins as possible, and they start off the first 3 innings of that game with 4 different home runs. Jesse Winker, he went off in the month of August, but he has not been the same guy to start September. He breaks out of his slump with 3 different RBIs. Now, one side note I do want to make about that Reds game is, yes, the Reds get that W. That is huge for their standings going into the postseason, but I also want to note that the future of starting pitching and just pitching in general is in good hands. Yesterday, the Reds got 5 innings of 1 earned run and 8K ball from Tyler Mahle. I think that this kid is going to be special. And then on the flip side, Garrett Crochet, I think that's how you say his name, he was drafted 4 months ago. He completely skipped everything because there's no minor league baseball and the White Sox need a lefty that throws really hard. He threw the hardest pitch of 2020 from a left-handed pitcher. It's faster than Aroldis Chapman, and just the fact that he's 21 years old and the White Sox are already really good, they just got better out of nowhere.
That's drilled out to left field. This one's got a chance to get out of here, and it does! Big fly for Albert Pujols. 661st of his career, and he stands alone. Doubles. That is drilled out to left field. Make it 662!
With that first home run yesterday, Albert Pujols passed Willie Mays with his 661st home run, and then the cherry on top, he goes for number 662, and then Rendon drives in 2 more RBIs as Barria throws a gem for the, well, not really a gem, but he throws a great game for the Angels. The Astros have been scuffling, so this was a big-time win for the Angels. I'm not saying that they have enough time to catch them, but this is exactly what the front office and also the fan base of the Angels were expecting coming into the season. Everyone is raking. The pitching has been pretty good, and that's really the recipe for success if you're an Angels fan. You need to rake, score a bunch of runs, and have the pitching give up 3, maybe 4 runs, and you should win the majority of your games. But props to Albert Pujols, he joins history. Hey, so if you're a Mets fan, I'm going to go ahead and give you a warning right now. The Mets played the Braves yesterday. You might want to close your eyes.
Piling up the pitches, and Freddie shoots that down the right field line. 1. And this one. And now Ozzie hits one high in the air toward right center. Jr.
Twice.
This one up the middle. Ozzie will step on the bag. He'll throw to first.
The Braves bash 6 home runs as Freddie Freeman collects 3 more base hits in his MVP campaign. Max Fried, he lowers his ERA to 1.96 on the season, so he has been just as good as Trevor Bauer, Jacob deGrom, maybe not as lethal, but he has been the Braves ace the entire 2020 season. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, do you think that Freddie Freeman has a chance to win MVP, or do you think it's going to be Mookie Betts or Manny Machado? So let's go ahead and talk about those 2 guys real quick because they also went off yesterday for their respective teams. The Dodgers flexed their muscles yesterday against the poor Rockies. They got home runs from Bellinger, Gavin Lux, Mookie Betts. That home run from Mookie Betts was his 16th of the season, which is number 1 in all of the National League. Mookie Betts has a chance to join Frank Robinson as the only player in Major League Baseball history to win an MVP in the American League and the National League. Mookie Betts is up there with Freddie Freeman. He's up there with Manny Machado, who we'll talk about in just a second. I still can't believe that he's able to do this in such a small frame. He's got to be the best short player in the history of baseball. Him, Jose Altuve, Kirby Puckett. I mean, they're all just unreal at the game of baseball when really it's meant to be a big man's game. The M in MVP could not only stand for Mookie, but it could also stand for Machado. He has yet another multi-home run game. He hits 2 against the Mariners yesterday, which gives him 16 on the season. So he is now tied with Mookie Betts for first place in the National League. Chris Paddock was also pretty good, and he has been good the last 4 starts, and they are going to need him to course correct fast before the playoffs, because if they can go in with a dominant Chris Paddock, Dennis Lamet, Mike Clevenger, and Zach Davies, that is a very, very solid 1 through 4 punch, and you can win a series in the first 3 games. you could sweep a couple teams with that offense. So before we move on, please let me know in the comment section down below, who is your #1 pick to win MVP at this moment? Unfortunately, it's no longer Fernando Tatis because he's been bad for about a month now. It's between Mookie Betts, Manny Machado, and Freddie Freeman. Who's your pick?
Sanchez into left and gone to tie the ball game. Into right field. And it's a fair ball. Hicks comes around to score. 6-5 New York.
Good luck, Gary. Sparks the magic yesterday. You guys know I've been posting this picture for 9 consecutive games in a row, and the Yankees are 9-0. I was a little bit hesitant. Had a terrible feeling that the Yankees were going to lose yesterday, so I did not post it yesterday, but they were down 4-2, and I said, you know what? I'm going to really push the envelope with this meme, and I posted it, and they came back to win. Just absolutely mind-boggling. And then also, we'll talk about the Indians game in just a second. Good luck, Grady Sizemore is also working. If you guys want me to post a picture on Twitter of a player that might be able to spark your team, follow me on Twitter and DM me. Let's make it happen.
Oh, man, that ball is crushed. Runners go, pitches lined it to right field, a base hit. Swing and a miss. He got him for the second time. 6 strikeouts for Eflin. Swing and a miss. Oh, that helps. 7 strikeouts for Eflin.
The Phillies got 2 huge W's yesterday as they win game #1 behind a filthy performance from Zach Eflin. On the offensive side, Didi Gregorius, Bryce Harper, and Alec Bohm, they all deliver huge RBIs. And it wasn't even really a game. It was 7-0 because Eflin and the bullpen were actually pretty good yesterday. We're going to go ahead and move on to game #2 because it was a very close game. The score was 8-7. Who wins?
A high fly ball to deep right field. Hernandez going back toward out to center field. That's well hit. Going back on it is Grichuk. Still going back. It is off the wall. 2 runs. And Bohm hits it to the right side. It gets past Guerrero. Nobody's covering first. The throw is off the glove.
Bryce Harper goes 3 for 3 with an RBI. Alec Bohm gets another base hit, so he now leads everyone in hits for the month of September. I'm super jealous. Me as an Indians fan, sometimes we have good offensive performances, and other times we score 2-3 runs in a row for 4 or 5 games, and it's just not fun. But the Phillies do not have to worry about that. They are still in 3rd place in the NL East, but they're in 7th place in the entire National League. So if the season ended today, they would make the playoffs. So pretty interesting. Bryce Harper, he's been scuffling. As soon as I called him out, all of a sudden he's back to normal. So again, if you need your team or a player to be called out, hit me up. I seem to have the magic touch, and it's been that way since last year. One more doubleheader to talk about. We have the Nationals versus the Marlins. Eric Fedde turns in his best start of 2020 and maybe even his career. He goes 6 innings, 0 earned runs, only 1 hit against a pretty good Marlins squad as the Nationals get a really easy game #1 win. However, game #2 was a little bit different because they had to end the game with Brock Holt pitching. And the reason why is because Brian Anderson ate the Nationals alive. The Marlins, they weren't being eaten yesterday. They were doing the hunting. He goes off for 3 home runs. It's an absolute slugfest. And then one side note, it doesn't really mean a lot to most of you watching, but I think it's kind of interesting. Lewis Brinson drives in 2 RBIs, and he's almost hitting 270. Why is that important? He was traded for Christian Yelich. He's been a bust ever since he's been in the league. Now maybe he's starting to get in the swing of things, and he's going to fill in the shoes of what he was supposed to be, a Byron Buxton clone. Can it happen? Maybe. Hey guys, my mic messed up towards the middle of this video and then fixed itself for the outro, so we're gonna go ahead and show the rest of the highlights, but I'm not gonna talk.
Olsen coming up.
That one is drilled right field down the line, and that baby's gone.
What a lift that'll be for Matt.
That's at his first 2.
And brings up Wilmer Flores. Now let's see if they can make him pay for this. He's given away 2 base runners with a 6-run lead.
Swung on a miss on a curve.
Actually, I do have something to say. So the A's clinch a playoff spot with that win, and as you can see, Zach Plesac, he's dialed in right now, and with this strikeout, he throws an immaculate inning. 9 straight strikes, 3 strikeouts in a row. We just barely squeaked past the Tigers with a 1-0 win. This offense is just very poopy.
And that is strike 3.
Is on the way. Fastball struck him out swinging.
And the breaking ball gets him.
No pitch. There's a swing and a line drive into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit.
And on the run, Margot, he is there.
Here comes Cole Calhoun. Cole Calhoun, a fastball down the middle, and say goodbye.
Stephen Smith hits one deep to right center field. That ball in.
Pujols had a big hit tonight.
Sends this one out to right field. Cole Calhoun has hit another.
Something's got to give here. Maybe it happens with the 2-0. Yelich gets into one. Left center field. This is still jammed. Nottingham turns on one. To left field. Did you? Grand slam the Brewer. Now. Oh. That ball's hit well into left center field. And that one.
The 1-1. That'll get down in center. Rizzo's going to score. And the Cubs have the early lead. It's 1-0. Got him.
Mitch Garver waits the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
That's 10-2.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. And the Cubs win the ball game.
And O'Neill lifts it in the air. Right center on. And Carlson hits it a ton out to deep right. It is gone! 3-run homer, Dylan Carlson. And the Cardinals have busted.
All right, everyone. Well, that is going to do it for today's MLB recap. So many games went down yesterday, so thank you for being patient. If you made it until the end, you guys are the OGs. I really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on all of my social medias, it's @FuzzyFromYT. Make sure you guys are productive, be healthy, wash your hands, do all that crazy stuff, and we'll end the video with this day in MLB history.
0-2, 2 outs, 9th inning, Yankees up 6-4. Rivera sets and deals. Strike three, ball game over, Yankees win, and it's perfect because the greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history with 6:02.